Hi, I'm Score. After 6 months, my time with Black Ops 6, my first ever Call of Duty game, is over. It was my first time ever experiencing multiplayer, it was the first time I dipped into zombies, and for the first time ever I experienced a story in Call of Duty from start to finish. Was it any good? Was it frustrating? How did it go? Do I recommend the game? These and more answers in this video. Let's talk about it. The first question is, why now? Why after so many years I finally started my Call of Duty? It's easy to explain. I grew up in a household that was free of violent video games. Video games weren't a big thing. I grew up on Anno 6002, Age of Empires, and The Settlers. And here and there I played point-and-click adventures, Myst, and some of these games on PC. But I didn't have friends who could have introduced me to any type of shooter games, and so yeah, I never grew up with them. And I also was afraid of the frustration that comes with Call of Duty. I mean, dying over and over again in an environment where I'm the noob and I am not competitive at all, so I was always afraid of being harassed or, all the negativity. And that's why I never touched a Call of Duty game. But then a fateful night happened, and the rest is history. That night in November 2024, I came home to a stream of my good buddy Jahanzab, and he played Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, the multiplayer. And to me, everything on stream was noise, visual noise. I didn't see the enemies coming, and people dying over and over again, and I couldn't read the HUD. Everything was so overwhelming, and we chatted a little bit, and I told my story, and Chat and Jahanzeb both encouraged me to give it a try. And over the course of 2 hours, I changed my mind. I made the conscious decision to buy Black Ops 6, my first ever Call of Duty game, with the intention of finishing it.
I just bought it! Hey! Round of applause for Platinum Bro. There's no going back, I'm swaying. I should get some commission from the people who make COD. Oh, that's amazing, man. Everyone give some encouragement to Platinum Bro, who's gonna be playing their first on multiplayer COD game. How long's the stream been going on for? We started at 6. It's taken just under an hour of streaming to convince PlatVault to buy Black Ops 6. PlatVault, get it downloaded, get the PS4 version downloaded, and join me, and we'll just play together.
Unfortunately, Jahanzeb and I didn't play that night because downloading 70 plus gigabytes in a night in a timely manner is just not a thing, at least where I live. And so it took a while before we played together. So I started with the multiplayer, and as I've said before, I was overwhelmed by everything. And I choose the trophies to guide me because they show you a little bit of what to do and what to focus on, and everything was so fast paced. And after a little while I got better, and it felt great. You know, I wasn't the noob. I had some good kills. It was a pleasant experience.
You're falling behind, Crimson. Taking Bravo.
Watchdog helo destroyed. Sending incendiary. Hope you enjoyed it while it lasted.
All
Taking the objective. Watch my 6.
secure.
Good effect on target.
And the negativity didn't overwhelm me. People behaved and stuff. So yeah, there are a couple of trophies that were frustrating. The first ever frustration in the Call of Duty game was the red carpet trophy. Red carpet requires the player to get featured 3 times as best player, as best play at the end of the match. So it shows a little clip of your kills, and I was a noob. By any means I wasn't good. I was good, and when I had a good game, someone had a better game, and that frustrates me, and I was frustrated. And so when the trophy finally popped, I felt such a relief. It was one big stone fell off my chest, and
Report to the nearest extraction zone. I have to make a call.
We're outmatched. Pull out. Fugitives remain at large.
The next trophy that gave me somewhat trouble was the Rush Hour trophy. The Rush Hour trophy is for getting a double kill in multiplayer with a RCXD. The RCXD is a remote controlled vehicle that explodes, and I got that naturally multiple times, but the trophy won't pop. I went online and looked it up, and apparently there's only one mode where it does pop, and it had to be boosted because the mode was basically empty. And so I looked for a group. I joined a boosting group, and getting 8 to 12 people together to boost is not an easy task, but we made it. We boosted the whole evening into the night, and around 2 a.m. it was my time because I didn't know really what to do, and everything was just chaotic. It wasn't structured at all. Everyone was selfish and yeah, let me do it, let me get it, and yeah, so I was the last in the line, and when it was my turn, I messed it up because I was so nervous and stressed, and that night I didn't earn the trophy. Everyone left, and I was the only one without the trophy.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
That was painful, but I didn't give up. I was committed to the trophy. I was committed to the platinum. I wanted a proper experience, and so I found another group, and this time everything was so different. The boosting session was run by 2 Australians, the nicest people ever. Everything was structured, everyone got their trophy, and even me. I need to kill some people. Okay, RCXD ready. Okay. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Nice.
Oh. I was so happy, and thank you guys for helping me with the trophy. It's just an amazing experience for me. Another boosting session that was very memorable in a positive way. And then after that, I had one grind left, the opal and diamond camo grind. So camos are basically skins for your weapons, and to unlock the diamond or opal camo, you have to level up every weapon in a category. For example, all shotguns, or all sniper rifles, or all LMGs, SMGs, whatever. And that required me to get a lot of kills in different ways, double kills or headshots or whatever, and that took a long time. For example, I remember playing match after match after match and didn't make any progress because I couldn't finish, because I couldn't get the double kills. But yeah, in the end I got the trophy, and with that my first ever Call of Duty multiplayer experience was over. And now I'm curious, what is your favorite Call of Duty multiplayer? Let me know in the comments. I would really love to hear about it. Was it your first Call of Duty, or was it a different Call of Duty online? Because I heard that Call of Duty multiplayers vary in quality, and so I would love to know about your favorite multiplayer in Call of Duty. And then it was time for the zombies mode. So I mainly played two maps, Liberty Falls, which is a small town, and Terminus, which is is a bunker on an island. And both of them have so-called Easter eggs, which are basically little stories to experience. And I had help because just like the multiplayer, zombies was overwhelming. I couldn't get into it at first, but with the help of Jahanzeb, I learned the basics of it. He showed me around, he told me what to do for certain trophies, because at the time, he was on the same journey as me, and I was so thankful for that. And I think without him, I wouldn't have done this whole thing, this whole project. But he was the good friend who introduced me to Call of Duty, so thanks for that. And I also had help by Shaz Shake, another fellow trophy hunter and YouTuber, and he helped me with the Terminus Easter eggs, and we talked, and this was the best thing in that moment, because at that moment I was very down, and his words of encouragement and the talks about YouTube and content creation lifted me up big time. I still feel that effect of that conversation. So Shaz Shake, thank you for your dedication and help with this trophy.
Yes, that's normal modi trophy popped. Nice.
And after that I earned more trophies. Some of them took quite an effort, but I persisted and got it. So good. So cool to have that. It feels challenging, but I made it. And then there's one trophy, the Cyberized trophy. See, in zombies there is so-called augments, which is basically a 6-part perk system that unlock after choosing one and then getting XP for it. And then it levels up slowly but surely. And each part of the augment does require more experience, and the final stretch takes 220,000 XP, I think. And so the trophy Cyberized requires the player to level up 10 of these augments, and it's so annoying. There's double XP weekends, which makes the grind a little bit more bearable, but I couldn't play more than 3 rounds or sessions, so-called, because I was so fed up. It was so boring doing the same thing over and over and over again. And Jahanzeb told me to pay attention to the augments because he had researched one that wasn't included for the trophy. See, there is more, they added more, but for the trophy only the base ones count. And so he had researched a wrong one, and I told myself, I'm not going to do that, let's pay attention. But I didn't have a list and I didn't look close enough, and so yeah, it happened. I also researched the wrong augment.
When they
And
ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
that broke me. It was my 7th augment that didn't count at all for the trophy. Eventually I found a list online and I paid attention, and that time I locked in. I forced myself, I pushed through, and within 3 days I played every minute in zombies to level up these augments. And yeah, lucky me, the double XP weekend was also on Monday and a little bit of Tuesday, and so I pushed through. And when the trophy popped, I was so relieved. I can't tell you how good this felt to be finally free of this trophy. Let's get some essence, that's good. There it is. The trophy! Yes, finally. Oh my god. Oh my god. Research all augments for 10 items and zombies. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is... you know what? I don't care. Save and quit. I will never ever play this zombie mode again. Oh, I've been playing this game for 168 hours, and now I can focus on the campaign. Actually, this zombie grind trophy almost overrode all my positive feelings and experiences for the multiplayer, because my mind was so occupied by this stupid trophy. So this trophy is easily the worst trophy of the year for me so far. See, I know the augment grind would sour my experience, and so early on I decided to not do it last. My plan was to play the story last, to maybe finish on a high note. And that's what I did. And the story in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is fun, action-packed, and entertaining. The only thing I didn't like was the veteran difficulty. And that is completely my fault. Because I asked my community if I should play my first playthrough on veteran difficulty or a lower difficulty. And most of them said, yeah, veteran is fine, it's not too hard. And I did that, and it was a challenge. It was a big challenge. I died so many times. Every glimpse of me feeling like a badass was immediately washed away by countless deaths. But overall, I very, very, very much enjoyed the story of Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The characters grew on me. I loved seeing the setting or the places from the multiplayer integrated into the story. It was so cool. It was a magic moment. And yeah, overall it was a very, very good experience, and it kind of saved my experience with the whole Call of Duty Black Ops 6 experience. Yeah, let me know, what is your favorite Call of Duty story? Is it Black Ops 6? Let me know down in the comments below. But this wasn't the platinum. I had one trophy left. Purchasing all upgrades for the house and the player, and for that I had to grind some money.
Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh.
Fortunately, that wasn't too bad. I could lower the difficulty and replay one mission over and over again. Here is my final moment in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And we grab this big pile of cash. And now we have 4,160. So one more run, and the platinum will be ours. Oh my god, this is so good. Finally, the excitement comes back. The last couple of weeks have been nothing but misery. I grinded the zombie trophy, Cyberize trophy, which means you have to farm XP in zombies to level up augments, 10 of them, and they have increasingly more XP. Yeah. Now, today I finished the campaign, which was honestly a very good campaign. Oh, friendly fire is not allowed. 200. And we quit to the main menu. And here we go. Hopefully. Please. Please. There it is. The platinum in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Come on. Come on. These notifications are way longer. That's new, I think. Come on. Decorated Agent, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Platinum trophy for PlayStation 4 is mine. Hell yeah. Wow. What a ride. This is such a cool story, full of new things, full of pain, full of suffering, full of awe, full of action. This game was a good first Call of Duty in my opinion. The platinum was unnecessarily grindy. 2 or 3 trophies were an absolute pain. But I survived, and my plan to finish with the story, not with the grind, actually paid off. I think 2 days ago I earned this trophy, and then I had a lot of story trophies left, but I did it in 1 day. It's 8:30 in the evening, and I'm super excited. The platinum is mine. It is a wonderful, wonderful feeling to have my first ever Call of Duty trophy, platinum trophy in my collection. A huge milestone. Platinum number, I think, 7 or 8 this year, which is not too bad. Took me a long time, I think 6 months, and yeah. Thanks Jahansep for introducing me to Call of Duty, for giving me a proper introduction to the multiplayer, and I actually had fun playing the multiplayer. I will now delete the game. Actually, let's do that. Goodbye. Bye. And I can now play other games. Woohoo! Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, and this would mean a lot to me. And check out our new podcast, the Players vs. Platinum podcast by Jahansep, Hayat and me, Score from Platinum Vault. We have a Platinum Trophy related podcast, and yeah, we release monthly episodes. Episodes 1 to 4 are out now, and yeah, there's something for you to listen to while grinding, for example, one of the Call of Duty trophies. So check that out, Players vs. Platinum here on YouTube, and see you next time. Score out. Gute Jagd, fellow Trophy Hunter.